Request Shri Sanjeevan Kumar, General Manager CFA, BSNL Punjab Circle, to kindly deliver the welcome address. एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ उनका भी स्वागत पोडियम पर.
That this service, as when we talk of video is the ultimate application in telecom, and landline service was somehow deprived of this facility, and with this collaboration with SIS, and this facility is also being provided to landline customers. When for the last 10-15 days this activity was going on, I could see a synergistic push behind this service. I will tell you how. I was sitting in my room, and my old friend, 20-year-old friend, he came to me and said, "What is this telephone about?" I said, "This is video telephone." He said, what are you going to do with this?" I told him that you can see the video also. And what did he say? He said, "Ek mujhe bhi dila do." So you can see the push from three sides, synergistic push from SIS, from BSNL, and from the customer at the same time.
We're all waiting to hear your address. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome us to the podium.
Respected Shri Kakkarji from Sai and other colleagues, as Mr. Sanjeevan has told that this is the launch of video over broadband from BSNL. BSNL is one of the largest service provider in India. This service, we are the largest service provider in landline as well as in broadband. But lately we are finding there is a declining trend in the landline. So the bigger challenge for BSNL is how do we increase the number of landlines? One way is broadband. Again, broadband has a limitation. If we don't give application on the broadband, again people will only use it in surfing. Then how do we make people to take more and more broadband connection? Once they take more and more broadband connection, more and more landlines. And as you are aware that we have sunk in some investment in the landline. There is a need to recover that investment. There is a fixed operational cost on that landline switches. So there is always need to give more application on broadband so our landline penetration increases. So this model was worked out while in corporate that instead of doing any investment, this model is working on the revenue sharing arrangement with Sai. Sai has put up the complete infrastructure for providing the video services. And billing and etc. is being taken care by the Sai InfoSystem, and we are getting a revenue sharing out of this agreement which we have entered with Sai InfoSystem. So this is a win-win situation for both of us. We are not BSNL we don't have that much cash now because of our revenues are falling. So because of that we don't have to invest in it, and we are getting a revenue sharing, and that means we are out of our investment which we have sunk in the switches, in the broadband network. We are getting a money back out of it without putting any investment out of it. And this is a very good. See, this whole broadband service will be launched, will be riding on a multiplay network. Multiplay network was conceived in sometime in 2005-2006. When this project was conceived, that time we thought that all these services will be there, video on demand, video over broadband, and now it's a dream which is coming true. We are able to give video over broadband along with the voice. Incidentally, a similar project which we have launched in BSNL is Internet Data Center, which was such more projects will come with Sai and other service providers, other system integrators, so that we are able to give more and more innovative service to our customers. And I did not talk about this service because, as Mr. Sanjeevan, I know my son. He's similar. I was talking to my son about this video on demand service. So my family is based out of Delhi. So then he was asking, Papa, when this service is coming in Delhi? Delhi में कब आ रही है? ये MTNL कब launch कर रहा है service को? मुझे भी चाहिए. Similar experience I have. So we are sure that the service will catch up with the young generation.
आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक।
आपको भी मिस्टर यादव
आज आपका जो इनॉग्रल कॉल आपने किया बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा और आपका चेहरा भी देखने को बहुत दिन बाद मिला है वैसे तो। चलिए बहुत बहुत मुबारक आपको जो है ये जो वीडियो सर्विसेज लॉन्च करने के लिए और बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं सबको। और मेरी तरफ से जितने भी लोग वहाँ प्रेजेंट हैं सबको मुबारकबाद। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
आपको भी धन्यवाद। BSNL के लिए बहुत अच्छा स्टेप है और उम्मीद करते हैं
हाँ बिल्कुल
ब्रॉडबैंड की पेनिट्रेशन इससे बढ़ेगी, हमारा रेवेन्यू बढ़ेगा थोड़ा सा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और एक बार फिर से आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद सबको।
जोरदार तालियां श्री नरेंद्र यादव एवं श्री नरेश कुमार गुप्ता के लिए।
An immense pleasure for me to welcome you all and address you today. When I was a kid, we used to hear कि इंसान को जीने के लिए क्या चाहिए, रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. We had that definition when I was kid. Almost a decade back, NASSCOM modified this definition by a bit and said that roti, kapda, makan and bandwidth. That means that bandwidth will become a basic necessity of life, and that was envisaged even a decade back by NASSCOM. Everybody knows that as a human, we normally use probably 2 to 5% of our brain capacity. And around 90 to 95% of brain capacity of general human is not utilized. And similar fact is that for computer too, that if the computer is not networked, then you utilize only 2 to 5% capacity of the computer. And taking a clue from that, towards one of the largest companies, Sun, gave a slogan to their computer that network is the computer. That means the importance of a network is much more higher than the importance of a computer. If I put it in commercial terms, then if a 10% increase in broadband penetration, it will boost 1% GDP in the country. But a particularly developing country like India, where a 10% increase in broadband penetration will increase GDP by 1.38%. We keep hearing that GDP 6%, 8%, 9%, we are struggling, we say that probably GDP will try to take it in double digit and we go a little bit up and come down. You see, just by adding 10% more in penetration, we can boost 1.38% in our GDP. Present our broadband connection is around 15 million, vis-a-vis a billion connected Indian. See the huge scope we have for improvement in broadband. In Vision 2020, it's targeted that our broadband connection should touch a height of 600 million. So from 15 million to 600 million in next 8 years. A very, very tall target. And as precisely said by CGM, that if broadband is used only for surfing, we won't be able to achieve this target, because it doesn't make sense for people to use broadband only for surfing. We need application. We need return on investment for our users. SMS was the first killing application, and still today is the maximum revenue generation value added services for any mobile. So video telephony is going to be the similar killing application for the broadband. Apart from a landline, BSNL has gone into bandwagon of a Me Too group in telecom. Telecom is a Me Too market. Anybody will launch some services. If that picks up, there will be 10 other service providers going to provide the similar services. And that's why it is called a Me Too market. So as I said that apart from a landline, almost in all area, due to whatever reason, and some may be political reason, some may be other reason, so like in mobile, we joined the Me Too game. Video telephony is the only area where BSNL is pioneer, and it would be very difficult for other service provider to join the Me Too bandwagon. As Sir has precisely said, the kind of investment BSNL has done in switches, in exchange, in fiber, copper below the earth, no other service provider can beat it. So, this is the area which pushed BSNL's old glory back. We have a result we launched in Gujarat, and in Gujarat we observed that the BSNL customer who have obtained the VVoBB services, their ARPU has gone up by 30 to 40%, and it is just starting. There is a minimum minute usage, and ARPU has gone up by 30 to 40%. When it would be available on all India basis, I am sure that all our ARPU for our landline usage will go more than 200 to 300%. So this is the opportunity for BSNL and SIS as a team. Here SIS is not a vendor, right? SIS and BSNL, it's a PPP project where we are utilizing BSNL network, we are doing all investment. It is a game plan to bring best of both the worlds into the business. BSNL is a very large elephant. They have plenty of strength, but being a PSU, being the size of a BSNL, they have their weaknesses too. They have their stringent procedures, they have their systems, which probably they have their rules which are 30, 40, 50 years old, which may not be true for today's world, which BSNL can't change overnight. Similar situation is there for a lot of government institutions, and that's why this model came into picture. It is called a PPP, that private-public partnership. The private company has their strength, they have their flexibility, they have quick decision making, but they lack of infrastructure, they lack muscles of an elephant. And this is the reason that PPP model is coming more and more popular. And this is one of that for BSNL, that we are bringing the strength of a private company and public company together, by which we are plugging the weakness of a private company and public company together and make a deadly combo. I know there will be little bit of a hiccups in the starting, there will be little bit of a problems, but I know that Honorable CGM Punjab is known for his quick decision, bold and innovative decisions, and I expect from him there are some path-breaking initiatives at a lightning speed. I expect everybody to support Team BSNL and SIS in marketing and branding efforts, so that together we can bring glory of BSNL back. Thank you very much.